Hello and welcome, I'm Gunjan Bidani. As the whole world battles the coronavirus pandemic, every single day is bringing in hope. Hope of a breakthrough, hope of a new vaccine. In this COVID 19 bulletin, we bring you facets of that hope each day, curated information on the new developments in science and technology that can help us in managing and overcoming the ongoing crisis. In the beginning, I would like to congratulate everyone on our National Technology Day. On this day, in the year 1998, our country became a nuclear power. And from then on, 11th of May has been celebrated each year as a day of achievement and pride. This year, the theme for the National Technology Day celebrations is Reboot the Economy through Science, Technology and Research Translations. Now let's look at the news updates on the scientific efforts being undertaken in the country to fight the coronavirus pandemic. To speed up the research to find a treatment for coronavirus infection, the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, or CSIR, under its new Millennium Indian Technology Leadership Initiative, or NMTLI, has approved support for a multi-institutional project to develop human monoclonal antibodies which can treat COVID-19 patients. Antibodies are produced in the human body in response to a microbe, in this case COVID-19 virus. The antibodies bind to the whole or part of the virus and neutralize them so that they do not cause further damage. In the new project, researchers aim to produce antibodies which can neutralize the COVID-19 virus. The project team will comprise scientists from the Pune-based National Centre for Cell Science, or NCCS, Indian Institute of Technology, or IIT Indore, Predomix Technologies Private Limited, and Bharat Biotech International Limited. As this virus evolves rapidly, the project will also work to anticipate future adaptation of the virus and generate antibody clones that can neutralize the mutated virus. This will help us in tackling the COVID-19 infection if at all it outbreaks in future. In this academia-industry partnership, Bharat Biotech Industrial Limited will be the commercial partner responsible for subsequent development and commercialization of the antibodies thus developed. As the coronavirus burden increases in India, the nation is facing a shortage of personal protective equipment, or PPE. To overcome this scarcity, two Mumbai-based Indian Navy institutes, the Institute of Naval Medicine and the Naval Dockyard, have collaborated to design and produce PPE units. The newly developed PPE units are simple, innovative and cost-effective. The USP of the mask is the fabric which allows breathability yet does not allow penetration of microbes. This makes the mask more safe and more comfortable than regular masks. These masks have been tested and certified for production by the Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences, or INMAS, which is a laboratory of the Defense Research and Development Organization, or DRDO. The National Council for Science and Technology Communication, or NCSTC, of the Department of Science and Technology is trying to create awareness on the COVID-19 health crisis in India. In their new initiative, they have joined hands with Gujarat Council of Science and Technology to organize a citizen science webinar series on science communication in the time of COVID-19. This webinar will be conducted from 10th to 16th of May every day between 10 and 11 am. The webinar will inform participants about ways to tackle the current crisis and will serve as a resource for correct information on the pandemic. As many states are now contemplating on putting an end to the lockdown, the knowledge of steps that can be taken to evade the virus becomes utmost important. Let's hear more about this from Dr. Manoj Kumar Pateria, who is the advisor and head of the National Council for Science and Technology Communication of the Department of Science and Technology.
Idea behind this is to hold a series of webinars because this is the time of pandemic. What we call sometimes the blessings in disguise. Although it's a problem, although it's a panic, although it's a kind of issues all around, people are really concerned. But how to be away from panic, how to do the rightful kind of things, and how to really cope up with the situation. So this is an opportunity for the researchers, for the scientists, for the industry, and for all of us to come together to find out the newer ways and means to cope up the situation. Similarly, as far as the science and technology and health and risk communication is concerned, it's an opportunity for all of us. Because nowadays, we have to follow the rules of social distancing. We cannot go into the crowds, into the crowded places. Even crowd is banned because of the lockdown. We cannot call for a physical meeting, public meeting, or we cannot organize a seminar, physical seminar or workshop, or what we call the various communication channels when man-to-man contact come into effect. In the scenario, this webinar series offers an opportunity to communicate with the large cross-sections of the society. For example, thousands and hundreds of people can join this webinar, and through which they are going to be benefited, but also they are also carrying the messages, whatever they have gathered over the period of webinars. Eventually, they will be communicating that knowledge, that message to their fellow family members, to their friends, as well as to their colleagues. So this is a kind of platform that offers communication channel during the time of COVID-19. The idea is to involve something like 7 experts of their areas, respective areas, who will be talking on various aspects of COVID-19. Like today, there is a concern how to get the vegetables from the market and how these green vegetables are to be treated to make it very safe. Similarly, other things, how to carry and how to make them usable in the houses, in the homes. So these things are to be shared. How not to be panic, but be informed. How to cope up with the fake news issues. How to verify the news items, especially in the COVID-19 pandemic scenario. So these are some of the areas. And now, as you know, a lot of risk areas are also emerging, like earthquake, seepage of gas in the industry, and so many things. So eventually the risk communication is also going to cover how to cope up with such kind of situations, how to be aware, how the company should make aware of the neighborhood people in the case of any emergency, in the case of any accident, what the nearby people should do, how to respond to such kind of situations. So risk communication is mainly when human life is at risk. So this entire program built around these webinars is really focusing on how to cope up with these scenarios, especially focusing on COVID-19 issue.
That's all for today. We will be back with another edition of COVID-19 Bulletin soon. We hope that you're all safe, sound and staying at home. See you soon. Namaskar.